Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 6 of the free-to-play to bond series. We've got 1.2 mil in the cash stack with about another million locked up in the Grand Exchange, but you never know it because we look like a total noob, but we're actually sitting on a fat cash stack. Anyway, let's hop over to the Grand Exchange and set some flips. Now, we had the Rune Kite Shield Gs and the Rune Full Helm Gs selling from last episode, and of course the Rune Kite Shield sold off, but not the Rune Full Helmets. So I don't know what I'm going to do about those. I think I'll sell them for about break even and just try to get out of the flip. We've been holding it for way too long and we need to flip some other items. So we listed the Rune Full Helm Gs for about break even, but we've also got the Castle Wars bracelets buying for 817. They've been spiking again recently, so we might be able to sell them for like 900 each, which would be great. Also, we're trying to flip the stale baguette. This item is kind of a meme, but the margin is like 100k, so I can't wait to give it a shot. I think it's going to work out for us, so I've got my fingers crossed, although the volume on them is extremely low. So we've been here doing some flips, and I want to give you guys an update. We were able to flip one stale baguette, and that actually made us a lot of money. We made about 80k on that, which is quite good. Also, we did sell off the Rune Full Helms G for 71k each. Really a shame, but I had to get my money back from that, and I didn't want to lose money. We also bought some Castle Wars bracelets, and we bought them for 817. We just sold them for 895. We actually bought a larger quantity as well of the Castle Wars bracelets. We're going to do the same thing again. Also got another stale baguette. This time a better deal on it. We bought it for 1,275,000. So we're going to flip this stuff around and make some money. Boom, all of our flips have completed and we made bank on that stale baguette. We bought it for 1,275,000 and we sold it for 1,395,000. It's like 100k profit after tax. I'm super pumped about that. We're gonna go collect that right now. Also, we had the Castle Wars bracelets buy and sell. Really good margins on these overnight, so I'm gonna keep flipping these in the background. We also went ahead and listed the beer glasses, and this is kind of an ode to the first episode that we had, where we actually went out and collected beer glasses to get our first amount of starter cash. But as you can see, the beer glasses have kind of been dropping down in price a lot. They've been buying for 78 GP each, 77, 78. Quite frequently over the past day, and I kind of want to take advantage of that. They have been spiking up to 128 GP as well, and we're only paying like a 0 or a 1 GP tax on this depending on where we sell it. And here is the flipping progress. The Castle Wars bracelets are selling off pretty slowly, but we do have the beer glass flip going through, which is actually really nice, making like 130k on that, which is crazy. Also, we were able to buy some mole slippers for 423k each. I tried to sell them at 485k overnight, but they did not sell, so I'm lowering the sell price a little bit to 461, and that should sell within the next couple of hours. Also, I decided to lower the price on the Castle Wars bracelets by 6 GP to sell them for 959 GP each. I need to sell them a little bit quicker so I can clear up another slot so I can do some more flips. Our beer glasses finished selling after a few hours. We had to sell the rest for 108 to keep a competitive listing, but we still made a lot of money on those beer glasses. It looks like we made 135k on those beer glasses total, which is actually a pretty solid flip for such an obscure item. Still waiting on the mole slippers to sell. We haven't sold any of them yet. They always take a lot longer to sell than I think. Maybe not the best item to flip here in the future, but we do have the Castle Wars bracelets still selling, and we've honestly made a lot of money on those so far as well. I think we've made maybe like 110k as of right now. The flipping in this episode has not been going very well. We only made 40k on the 2 mole slippers total, which is very, very bad for that, considering we waited almost a week for those to finish flipping. Also, we have the stale baguette still trying to sell. We bought into this thing, and it actually completely crashed all the way down to 1.1 mil. It actually went way below that before as well. You can see on the stale baguette here that in the past 24 hours, we've had a major dip on the baguette. It went all the way down to 680k. Now it's rebounded to 1.1 mil each. each, which is, I'm, glad it rebounded, of course, but at the same time, we're still down a lot of money on the stale baguette, and we have 1.3 mil locked up in that baguette right now, so we're actually gonna have to wait this one out a little bit and just wait for it to sell off. I do think it's gonna rebound in no time. It was just unfortunate bad timing. We also have the Castle Wars bracelet, which is taking longer than normal to sell off. Luckily though, we have 1.3 mil ready to deploy back into the exchange, so we're going to find something that's a little bit easier and quicker to flip and give that a couple of flips. We went ahead and listed some swordfish. I really like flipping swordfish because they're a highly traded resource item, and the margins over a small hour period are actually pretty good. We should be able to get about an 11 GP margin after tax on these 3,000 swordfish, so it should make us some good money in the meantime. We finished flipping the Castle Wars bracelets. We made 67k on those additional 500 that we flipped, which is actually pretty good considering how much went into the flip. On top of that as well, we only ended up getting 30 swordfish, so I guess the listing was a little bit too low on those. We just sold them back for 414 each, made like 300 GP. We're still waiting for the stale baguette. I think that's going to take, honestly, quite a while to recover for us to sell off, but I really don't want to take a loss on it, although it might actually lead us to more gains. I just didn't really think it was going to take this long to recover. I'm willing to give it another 24 hours to see where it ends up. We are trying 2 new items in the series today. We're flipping the yellow gloves, which in the past I know I've had pretty good margins. Sometimes I've been able to make like 600 GP margins on them, which is really good. But the Monk's Robe tee is a new item for me, and the Monk's Robe tee actually does look like it has some potential. On the daily view, it hasn't been spiking as much, but on the weekly view, we've been selling these things off for like 78k. So that is quite a good margin considering we're buying them at 33k each. It's been about 4.5 hours since our last check-in, and I'm actually trying to buy another stale baguette right now, because if they're not trading for their normal price and they're trading underneath their normal price, we might as well double down and get another one to sell when they recover. That way we're kind of averaging in on our buy offers. So the yellow gloves are also buying at 305 coins each, but they are taking a while. This is a pretty low volume item, but the return on them is going to be very, very good. We're going to be able to sell them off for at least 900 GP. And then we also bought 4 of the Monk Robe tees. Those bought for about 33k each. We're going to try to sell them for 76k. Hopefully they will do a little bit of a pump overnight, and we will be able to sell it for that. If the stale baguette does not buy by tonight, then I will just offer this baguette back and try to sell that. We were able to sell the yellow gloves for 1,028 each, but we are having some problems with some other items we have. Now, the stale baguettes, we do have 2 of these, and we did buy one on the dip, so we got in at an average price, but right now we're trying to sell them for 1.2 mil each, which means I think we're going to break even on those stale baguettes, which is better than a loss, but I wish we could make some profit considering how long we've held these. Also, the Monk's Robe tee, we did sell one of these for 76k, but the other ones have just been taking way too long, and I'd like to cycle out into some more high volume items. That way we can actually make money here. So we're just selling them for a relatively cheap price. We're still making money on them, about 10k each, but we just want to try to sell these off. They shouldn't have any issues selling though. 44k is right in their price range. And on 78 yellow gloves, we actually ended up making 57k, which is really, really good. So right now, I'm trying to get onto RuneScape, but an update just came out, and I can't get on to record the final clips, but I need to get this episode out. Currently, we still have the 2 baguettes selling, and we're actually selling them for basically break even, maybe even a little bit of loss at this point, considering the tax implications. So right now, I think we're about 600k in profit for the episode. We started with about 2.2. I think I'm around 2.8 as we speak. And I wish I could show you guys the cash stack, but the issue is I can't get onto RuneScape, and I'm coming up on my video quota, and I don't want to be late for my upload. We'll take it at 2.8 mil, 600k in profit. Thank you guys for watching, really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to drop a like, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.